What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. So, Nigerian officials would never cease to amaze me. Seriously, they get in office and then they turn the state treasury into their own private wealth. They spend the people's money anyhow, without doing what they were elected to do in the first place. Governor Akpabio, yes, you know the fear God. And Kai, wow. In case you're watching, and I know that your boys watch, yes, you should be ashamed of yourself. Yes, don't turn off that TV while I'm keeping it real. Don't turn off. Hey! If everybody around you are lying to you, you should be able to listen to some truth right here. Yes, I know the fear God. Kai. My people, you know what happened? So this popular Nigerian singer is getting married, Two-Face Idibia. You are my African queen. Ooh la 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 la. Yes, that one. He's getting married. And this governor showed up at this traditional wedding ceremony, promising to give the couple 2 brand new Toyota Prado SUVs. I said, hey, 2 brand new. What for? Would you guys describe Two-Face as a poor person? Seriously? Someone that can afford to have 6 children, by 4 different women that he's not married to. Does that sound like a poor person to you? Thank you. And then on top of that, this governor said that he would sponsor 29 delegates to the white wedding ceremony that will be held in Dubai later this month. I said 29 delegates. I know that Akpabio likes to show off, yes, but why use the money meant for developing the state? Why use the money meant for paying salaries of civil servants? Colin, how much is a Prado SUV 2013? Yes, brand new. What? 78? Are you serious? Wait, that's too much. I don't think you will have the guts to spend that much money on just, on cars. Yes. Let's do 2010. How much is 2010? 50,000. Okay. Even that is too much. Multiply that by 2. Wait, that's already more than $100,000. For cars, just for cars, Just for cars. How much is plane ticket from Lagos to Dubai? Let's say they leave on Thursday and, the party starts by Friday, they get back on Monday. How much is plane ticket from Lagos to Dubai? Wait. These are government officials. They don't fly economy, okay? I'm very sure they will fly first class. But let's just look at the price for business class. Yes, how much is that per person? $4,000? Okay, multiply that by, 29 delegates. How much is that? This boy, you are too slow. Give me that calculator. $4,000 times 29 delegates. What? We're looking at $118,639 just for transportation. My people, do you see what I'm seeing? Or you need glasses to see what I'm seeing? $118,639 just for the transportation of the delegates from Nigeria to Dubai to attend this luxurious wedding. You see what I'm saying? You see? Now, can you add that to the $100,000 for the SUV? Yeah, we're looking at more than $200,000. Wait, I can't see like that. We're looking at more than $200,000 already. Now, can you check the hotel price for me? These are government officials. They stay in 5-star hotels, by the way. Don't look for any crap hotels. And a good 5-star hotel in Dubai starts from like $10,000 per night. But let's just say that these people are not flamboyant, that they're very considerate of the masses, that they spend like $2,000 per night. So how much is that per person if they're spending 4 nights? So 2,000 times 4. Yes, I can do it myself. That is $8,000. Yes, per person. We're talking about 29 delegates, my people. Don't forget. If it's 8,000 per person, multiply that by 29. Yes, 8,000 times 29. Do you have the answer over there? $232,000 just for hotel accommodation? Thank you. Now, can you add that to the price of the SUVs and the flight? Yeah, more than $432,000. Yes, I can see that very well. Okay, thank you very much. Now, my people, forget about the fact that they will have to rent a limo to carry them around when they get to Dubai because, these are government officials. They don't ride in just any cars. And forget about the fact that they will all have brown envelopes so they can go shopping in Dubai. Who goes to Dubai without buying something for your girlfriends? Your wives. Your wives, yes. Who goes to Dubai without buying something for their wives? So these people will have their, brown envelope on top of everything else. But forget about all that. Let's just convert what we have to Naira. How much do we have? Whoa, 68.4 million Naira? Kai! On one wedding? Hey, my people, where is that done? And I heard that he's also planning on sponsoring the couple and their parents to the wedding venue. So if you add that, to the visa processing fee, because of course somebody will be given that contract to get their visas. Yes, if you add that to the visa processing fee for the delegates, we're talking about more than 70 million Naira already. Yes, for one wedding. So my people from Akwa Ibom, how many of you received gift from the governor when you got married? Now like this, they give gifts to everybody getting married in Akwa Ibom. You know the funny thing about this whole thing is that Two-Face is also trying to play politics. You know, he's trying to be smart. Yes, thinking that Nigerians are stupid. Imagine, he kept telling the media that he's yet to decide whether he will collect the gift or not. I'm like, dude, how hard is it to say no if really you don't want to be part of this? How hard is it to say no? But he's saying that first of all, he wants the cars to be delivered to his house before he would decide whether he will accept them or not. Yeah, right. Let me tell you, he collected, see, he collected the gift, like chap. Look at his bride. And now the governor is telling us that he only promised one. You know, the best thing would have been for Two-Face to tell this governor, thank you very much, but I must decline. I can take care of my wedding expenses by myself. But if you want to give me something, fix the roads in your state, you know, pay the workers their salaries on time, or fix electricity. You know, if Two-Face had said that to the governor, that would have become an international news. And so many people around the world would applaud Two-Face for doing that. Now, if you think it's okay for the governor to lavishly spend the state's money on one man's wedding, do you know that the same governor doesn't pay the civil servants in his state on time? Yes, he doesn't pay their salaries on time. And he has just 70 million naira to spend on one man's wedding. In fact, he didn't repair several roads. And by the way, he also promised the couple that before their next child dedication, that he would repair one of the roads in Akwa Ibom. Does that make sense to you? So that means that if Two-Face is not getting married, that he won't repair the road? Like, seriously? And how come Mr. President, yes, good luck Jonathan, how come he hasn't said anything about this governor lavishly spending the money allocated to his state? Hey, I forgot that Mr. President doesn't worry about things like this because, you know, he himself eats with 2 billion naira per year. So I don't think that he would be bothered with somebody spending 70 million naira. How much is 70 million naira to Mr. President, you know? While we're talking about Mr. President, did you hear that he has pardoned Alamasia, the former governor of Bayelsa State, the one who was convicted of embezzling state funds? Remember that Alamasia was Jonathan's boss when Jonathan was the deputy governor in Bayelsa State, and he was the one that was removed because of embezzlement, which was what made Goodluck Jonathan the governor of Bayelsa State at the time. So anyway, Mr. President has pardoned this man, which means he's now free and he doesn't even need to return the money that he embezzled. It's just like he didn't commit any offense at all. By the way, I can't say much about that because, you know, our dear Mr. Donyi Okupe, you know, the senior special assistant for public affairs to Mr. President, yes, Mr. Okupe, he has lectured us, you know, that we ought to know better than to complain.
You know, how come that, you know, granting pardon has become such an aberration as something that is unthinkable? Is it because it's Alamasia? Is it because it's from Niger Delta? Is it because it's a former governor of Bayelsa State? Is it because it's a friend of the president? You know, what are we talking about? They don't have to take, you know, it's like a parent. It's like, you know, like a parent. It's not every decision a parent takes that is palatable or acceptable to the children. All right, but in due course, you know, we always find out that, you know, the parents were right.
You see what I'm talking about? My people, we're supposed to just keep quiet about all these things. Yes. So you can see why Jonathan will not say anything about Akpabio spending. Yes. So remember that in one of my episodes, I told you that this same governor, Akpabio, built a so-called multi-million naira e-library, you know, which was commissioned by Mr. President. Only for us to find out that the e-library didn't have a website where you can actually access the e-books. Yes. But immediately the media reported it. You know that they came up with 4 websites overnight. 4 websites. I'm glad that now they narrowed it down to 1 website. But he's the same governor. So he's been doing these things for a long time. He has a $45 million jet, you know, luxurious vans worth millions of naira. Now you know where your money is going to. My people, 70 million naira of your money disappeared this month while Two-Face was getting married. Yes. But at least now you know where your money is going to. What do I know, you know? I'm just keeping it real. Now, speaking of cars, the Department of Customs and Excise in the Ministry of Finance in Namibia has announced that they will no longer allow the importation of second-hand cars older than 5 years from Botswana. I was like, wow, that's wonderful, you know? That means less old rugged cars on the road, less chances of your car breaking down in the middle of the road, you know, or having to go and repair them. That's really good. And Namibia is really, you know, stepping up. Yeah, that's wonderful. But, you know, I don't understand why we still need to be importing cars in Africa. No offense, but when are we going to start making our own cars from scratch? I'm not talking about assembling cars and saying that we're manufacturing cars. No. I'm talking about designing everything from scratch, including the engine. You know, like this company in Anambra, Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Company. Somebody sent me that YouTube link, you know, telling me that we're actually making cars in Nigeria. So I took a proper look, you know, and I must say that they're really, really doing a good job, you know, of fabricating the body of the cars. They're doing a good job. Look at all those beautiful cars that they've finished, you know. But as you can see, my people, these engines, yes, these ones, they are imported. Can't you see that they're already assembled together? Or do you see them assembling the engines? No. They even said on their website, you know, they said that they import stuff from China, from Japan, from Germany. Yes. So for real, I think they're doing a really good job and I really commend them. But I'm just saying that we're yet to start making complete car, you know, from scratch. You guys know that human beings have been using cars now for more than 100 years at least. So how come we are yet to start making them from scratch in Africa? When would we get to that point where we can proudly display made in Botswana cars, you know, made in Ghana cars, made in Swaziland cars, or made in Togo cars? Yes, I think South Africa is already doing this and Egypt as well. But other African countries, we need to wake up. I'm not talking about cars like this. No, not like this. Change that picture. I'm talking about beautiful, luxurious designs, you know, never seen before designs coming out of Africa. Yes, and airplanes and private jets. When would we start building things like that from scratch to finish in Africa? But you know, we still have a long way to go because common cell phones, you know, we are still importing. Yes. By the way, I heard that Samsung is releasing Galaxy S4, and the screen is unbreakable. Please make sure that my producers, that they know that that phone is coming out. Yes, because you know this thing is getting older. I think I can use a new phone. Yes. Don't tell them that I sent you. Just mention it in their presence, you know. Just say something like, I think Adeola's phone is getting old, you know. Good boy, thank you. Yes, so back to what I was saying. And speaking of Botswana, you know that for the past 1 week, water has become so scarce in Botswana. What I don't understand is that for some reasons in Africa, we prefer to fix things after they're broken. Yeah, we prefer to go and repair them instead of prevent them from breaking in the first place. You know that for a couple of years now, this Ghanaian professor, Dr. Mark Nyandoro, I don't know if I'm saying that right, forgive me Ghanaians, but this man is a water and environmental researcher and he's been saying for years that Botswana's water could be dry by 2015. The government didn't do what they were supposed to do when this man started crying. Now the water is almost gone. Just imagine, I was talking with my friend in Botswana the other day, yes, and she was telling me that Adeola, there's no water for the past 1 week. There's no water. In fact, yesterday I did not shower when I was going to work. I said, Kai, so the smell is coming from your end. No wonder, I've been wondering where this smell was coming from. Yes, I had to hang up. I care about her, but that smell was too much. Yes, I told her I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for her. Yes. The issue is there's plenty of water in the north because they had a lot of rain, but in the south and especially in the cities, there's not enough water. Sometimes they may not have water for hours in the day. If the government had been serious about this whole thing, they would have figured out how to transport water from the north to the south before the water starts drying in the reservoir. So please, my Botswana officials, you know, get your priorities right. Yes, people need water right now. First and foremost, get people some water. You know, I'm just keeping it real. So there are some things that I think could only happen in Nollywood movies, but boy, am I wrong. You just have to give it up to South Africa and Zimbabwe when it comes to, you know, superstitious beliefs and stuff like that, you know. So this 8-year-old boy, I'm sure many of you have seen his picture. Yes, he got married to this 61-year-old woman. Yes, apparently to appease the gods. So this is what happened. The boy was named after his grandfather, but the grandfather never had the white wedding before he died. He of course had kids, you know, because he did it with somebody. You get what I'm saying? If not, there wouldn't have been any grandson. Sure, you get it? Yes. But he didn't tie the knot per se. Anyway, this boy woke up one day, you know, like 2 months ago, and he said that he's seen his grandfather, his ancestors, yes, and that he's been instructed to get married in order to appease the gods, since his grandfather did not get married. You know, I was expecting the mom to talk some sense into the boy, but no, that was not what happened. His mother said that it is very important that we obey the ancestors, so if not, something very, very terrible will happen in the family. Okay, so let's just assume for 1 minute that this is true and that something terrible would happen. Why why can't they find him a girl of his age to get married to? No. Sate, the boy said, now this 61-year-old woman, she's the one that the gods have chosen. I said, hey, just imagine that. A married woman with 5 children of her own. Yes, her husband is still alive. They're still married. In fact, her youngest child is 27. And what baffles me is that her children, all of them, they're all adults, you know. All her children and her husband, they all said they were okay with this. I was like, man, this can only happen in some places. But then I remember that the boy's family paid them £500, you know, as bride price. I mean, who would see money and say no now? £500 for free? And then the boy's family took up the whole wedding expenses. You know, we're talking about spending more than £1,000. They had tons of foods, tons of guests in attendance. The whole place was decorated. You know, it was huge and packed. Yes. But then the groom shows up as this little boy. And nobody in the audience, nobody thinks that this is weird. They were all happy and celebrating. Guess what the mother said? She said that now the gods have been appeased. If not that they did the wedding, that something terrible would have happened in their family. Now at the end of the wedding ceremony though, they said to everybody that this is just a ritual. That the couple were not legally binded. I said, thank God though that they that would not be good now. I said, thank God, but why bother if it's just, you know. Now the mother said that this is also a sign that when the boy grows up, that someday it will eventually get married. So needless to say, there was no honeymoon. I'm just keeping it real. Now, speaking of superstitions, are you guys aware of how albinos are being treated in many African countries? This is very, very bad. For some weird reasons, many people believe that the bodies of albinos is an essential ingredient needed for money rituals. So guess what? They kill them in many countries. And they cut off their limbs, they cut off their eyes, their ears, you know, and their private parts. They basically dismember them and sell their body parts to people who do money rituals. Just imagine, this is still happening in Tanzania, in Burundi, in Nigeria, and so many other places. The only thing though is that it's no longer rampant in Nigeria, you know, because, you know, Nigerians have found other means of making money. Yes, I get that email every day from scammers. You know, they tell me they have 20 million in some bank account and they're looking for somebody to partner with, so they just need all my information. Although they are still doing rituals in Nigeria, you know. I just saw this picture of one man that supposedly sell human parts to ritualists, and he was caught by the police. Now, if you have children, don't let them see this picture. You say, I didn't warn you, yes. But my people, this is a picture of a man that is selling body parts, caught red-handed. You see how cruel and wicked human beings can be? Now back to what I was saying. Every year in Tanzania, more than 20 albinos are killed. And those are just the ones reported. You can be sure there's much more than that. Now, you know that Tanzania has one of the highest rates of albinism in the world. Nearly 1 in every 1,400 people is albino in Tanzania. Now, compare that to 1 out of every 20,000 people in other places worldwide. In fact, some family members in Tanzania who were supposed to protect their albino siblings would help plot how to kill them. Now, this problem is so bad that the government in Tanzania opened a boarding school just for albinos.
Some African witch doctors are using them to concoct so-called good luck potions. They claim the body parts, skin, golden hair, and even the genitals of albinos will bring good luck in love, life, and business. And it's now spread across the border to Burundi. So far, 11 albinos have been murdered and mutilated here. Jeremiah showed me his squalid and dilapidated hideout. He's not alone. Cyprian abandoned his family to take refuge here.
We're here because they're hunting us. They want to kill us because of the color of our skin.
But it's Jeremiah's story that's the most harrowing. His brother Daniel was allegedly murdered by the eldest brother in the family, who then sold off the body parts for $240.
I saw my brother's dead body. All his limbs, arms and legs were chopped off and gone.
Many people in Tanzania believe that if you mix a body part of an albino with concussions and you give it to, let's say, a fisherman to pour in the river, they believe that the fisherman would catch more fish and become wealthy quickly. Does that make sense to you? And others, like miners, believe if they pour the concussion in the ground that they would find minerals, so long as it has body parts of albinos in it. I guess you now understand why people say that ignorance is a very, very serious disease. My fellow Africans, please try to educate others about this atrocity that is still going on as we speak. For God's sake, albinism is just a congenital lack of melanin pigment in the skin, the eyes, the hair, which protects from the sun's ultraviolet. Now, these people are already vulnerable to medical complications. Why add social discrimination to their problems? By the way, I found out it's not only in Africa that this is happening to albinos. Even here in the US, yes, they don't use them for rituals, but they discriminate against them. This guy is albino, and so growing up he said that he got teased a lot by many of his African American classmates because his skin was different from theirs. They called him powder, they called him paper, they called him white, all kinds of derogatory names. In fact, he said one of his classmates once stabbed him with his pen 6 times on his back. I'm talking about 6 inches deep, so much that the pen got stuck in his back. This happened when he was in 7th grade. So parents, please lecture your children about dealing with people who look different from them. Today though, he's okay. He's overcome all the pains of those memories. He's not a model as well as this fine lady. Both of them are very beautiful. But wait a minute. How come these ones look nicer and fresher than most albinos that I've seen in Africa? What is it now? Unless you come from a rich family in Africa, most albinos, they don't look like this. Okay, the sun, yes, I should blame the sun. But wait, what about people with sickle cell anemia? Yes, SSS. How come in Africa they don't need to tell you that they're SSS before you can tell this person is SSS? But here in the US, at least more than 100,000 people live with sickle cell anemia here in the US, but you can hardly tell. Oh, okay, I guess it's because of the medical care that they receive. Yes, hopefully our officials will wake up someday. Hopefully eventually they would wake up to realize how much we need good hospitals in African countries. I'm just keeping it real. Okay, I'm sure that you guys have seen this video, but I think it would not be fair for you not to see it at least one more time on Keeping It Real. Please play that video.
Yeah?
What is the website of the NSCDC?
The website of NSCDC, yeah. Yes, will be I cannot categorically tell you one now. Because the one that we are... Wait. The one we are going to make use of, I'm not the one that is going to create it.
You see, the question is, what is your website?
Wait.
Okay.
The one that we are going to make use of is going to remain known by my Oga at the top. Yes. I can't announce one now. And my Oga says it's another one.
The NSCDC has multiple websites?
This is something we cannot have multiple websites. But the one that...
not the one for employment.
It's not the one for employment.
Not the one for employment.
What is your website now? The one you use normally, your official website. If you want to know about the
NSCDC, what website do you go to?
Okay, if we want to know about NSCDC,
exactly.
As of now.
Exactly.
Okay, www.nscdc.
Yes.
Yes. So that's all.
www.nscdc.
That's it?
Yeah.
My people. My people. Say that one more time.
What is the website of the NSCDC? What is the website of the NSCDC? What is the website of the NSCDC?
The website of NSCDC. The website of NSCDC. The website of NSCDC. The website of NSCDC. I cannot categorically tell you. I cannot categorically tell you. Is going to remain known by. Is going to remain known by my Oga at the top. My Oga at the top.
Thank you, my people. Okay, my people, that was the Lagos State Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Oh my god, okay. Oh boy, I am so sorry. I don't make fun of people, but so my people, the lesson in that video is that if you don't know something, please, just say you don't know. Just say you don't know, okay? Don't try to use any ogbo. You just say you don't know. It's okay. By the way, the website that he's trying to come up with is www.nscdc.gov.ng. Yes, I'm just keeping it real. Alright, y'all. It's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.